They're the tiniest royals and basically our all-time favorites. Here's a look at the moments George, Charlotte, and even baby Louis stole our heart.
2023 was a big year for Prince George, Prince Charlotte, and Prince Louis. From performing royal duties at Grandpa's coronation to cheering in the stands at Wimbledon.
It's wonderful.
On an unforgettable night of royal elegance, George, Charlotte, and Louis stole the show at Kate Middleton's annual Christmas Carol service.
Kate hosted a carol service at Westminster Abbey in London Friday. This will be the fourth carol concert she's hosted over the years.
The world watched as the royal children stepped into the spotlight, showing off their grown-up charm and stealing hearts. But what happened at the event that truly stunned everyone? What was their parents' reaction? Join us as we look at how George, Charlotte, and Louis stunned the entire world at the carol service. George, Charlotte, and Louis at the carol service. It was a festive evening at Westminster Abbey as the royals came together for Kate Middleton's annual Christmas Carol concert. The night was full of warmth, family moments, and plenty of holiday cheer. So let's talk about everything that made it special. Kate was joined by her 3 children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. It was an especially exciting moment for Louis, who was attending the event for the very first time. He looked so grown up in his stylish Chelsea boots, walking confidently alongside his older siblings. Kate arrived first, looking stunning in an all-white outfit that included wide-legged trousers and a full-length coat by Chris Kerr. She was all smiles as she greeted guests and performers ahead of the evening's events. How did the night go, and who else was in attendance? Stick around, because this moment was absolutely amazing. Not long after, the rest of the royal family began arriving. The Duchess of Edinburgh, Princess Beatrice with her stepson Wolfie, Princess Eugenie, Zara Tindall, and Peter Phillips were all there. Kate's family also showed their support, with her parents, Carol and Michael Middleton, and her sister Pippa, accompanied by her husband James. Prince William was the last to arrive, bringing George, Charlotte, and Louis with him. The family stopped to shake hands with the Dean of Westminster, David Hoyle, before heading inside, and in a sweet moment, the kids took time to post letters in a special post box set up at the Abbey's entrance. George matched his dad in a smart suit with a dark blue tie, while Charlotte looked elegant in a burgundy coat. Louis, holding onto his dad's hand tightly, seemed to take it all in as they walked into the Abbey together. Inside, Kate took a moment to speak with young people who've been making a difference in their communities. She had a lovely chat with 4 scouts from the 3rd Upton Scout Group in Slough. If you remember, her family visited this group during the coronation celebrations as part of the Big Help Out event, where they helped renovate the group's scout hut. At the event, the Princess of Wales interacted with young attendees, praising a group of scouts for their inspiring efforts and giving them high fives. She also spoke with 7-year-old Oscar Burrow, a young mountaineer who has raised over £40,000 for Darien House Children's Hospice.
So what a fantastic ambition, Oscar. You must be a big fan of walking.
Yeah.
Oscar's mother shared that Kate admired his achievements and hoped his efforts would inspire others. Before the service, children posted letters in a special Abbey postbox. The concert began with Once in Royal David's City, followed by a magical duet from Beverly Knight and Adam Lambert. Prince William read a passage from the Gospel of Luke, while the choir and congregation sang carols like Silent Night and Joy to the World. The service, supported by the Royal Foundation, honored those who help young children and families, tying into Kate's Shaping Us campaign, which focuses on nurturing children's early years. The ceremony will be broadcast on Christmas Eve, and a teaser invites viewers to join Kate in celebrating those who support children and families across the UK. The service at Westminster Abbey featured unforgettable moments, with classic carols performed by the choir and special musical acts from Jacob Collier, Freya Ridings, James Bay, and a duet by Beverly Knight and Adam Lambert. Readings came from the Prince of Wales, Michael Ward, Emma Willis, Roman Kemp, Jim Broadbent, and a poem by Children's Laureate Joseph Coelho, read by Leonie Elliott. A highlight was Jacob Collier playing Last Christmas on John Lennon's piano, once owned by George Michael. Roman Kemp shared how Michael had influenced him. The Christmas Eve broadcast will include Kate's introduction, films on early childhood, and contributions from celebrities like Rio and Kate Ferdinand, Ugo Monye, Andrea and Virginia Bocelli, and Dame Sheila Hancock. Kate looked stunning in an all-cream outfit, and this year's service featured a new Christmas post box where children sent handmade cards to others in need. Attendees were nominated by Lord Lieutenants and charities tied to the royal family, with a focus on early childhood. The audience included families who had faced a tough year, making the event even more meaningful. Kate and William's family journey. In September 2024, Catherine, Princess of Wales, shared some big news. She had finished her chemotherapy treatment. This moment really showed how important motherhood is to her.
I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you personally for all the wonderful messages of support and for your understanding.
Kate and Prince William married in 2011 and are parents to 3 kids: Prince George, 11, Princess Charlotte, 9, and Prince Louis, 6. In her announcement, Kate opened up about her cancer diagnosis earlier that year, saying how tough the past 9 months had been for their family. She talked about how quickly life can change and how they had to adjust to the unexpected challenges. Kate and William became parents for the first time in 2013, when George was born, just over 2 years after they got married. They later had Charlotte in 2015 and Louis in 2018, completing their family. In June last year, the royal family gathered at Buckingham Palace to watch an RAF fly past during Trooping the Colour. It was a beautiful moment as Prince George, Prince William, Princess Charlotte, Prince Louis, and Kate all stood together on the balcony, enjoying the celebration. Kate's pregnancy journey wasn't easy. In December 2012, after months of rumors, it was confirmed that Kate was expecting their first child. She had a tough time with hyperemesis gravidarum, a severe form of morning sickness. George was born on July 22, 2013, at St. Mary's Hospital in London.
The future king, born on July 22, 2013, was all personality.
The same place where Princess Diana had given birth to William and Harry. Kate stepped outside just hours after giving birth to show off baby George, and both she and William were clearly emotional. Charles, now King, and Queen Camilla were overjoyed to become grandparents for the first time, sharing how special the moment was for them. A few days after George's birth, William and Kate announced his name, George Alexander Louis. He was christened in October 2013 at the Chapel Royal in St. James's Palace. Just like his dad, William, who had gone on a royal tour of Australia and New Zealand with Princess Diana and Prince Charles in 1983, baby George joined his parents on a tour of the same countries when he was just a few months old. During their royal tour, little George had some adorable moments, like playing with a bilby, a type of marsupial, attending a playgroup in Wellington, and even getting a marriage proposal from a 10-month-old in a Marry Me George onesie. Over the years, George has made several public appearances, with one memorable moment in April 2024 when he and Prince William shared a fun day out watching soccer. They were spotted in the stands during the UEFA Europa Conference League quarter-final match between Aston Villa and Lille OSC at Villa Park in Birmingham. In September 2014, William and Kate announced they were expecting baby Nuntu. William shared their excitement with reporters, though Kate was dealing with hyperemesis gravidarum once again, a severe form of morning sickness. During this time, Charles was excited about the possibility of welcoming a little girl. When Charlotte was born on May 2, 2015, she became third in line to the throne.
Earlier in the day, her big brother had also visited his newborn sister.
The royal couple named their daughter Charlotte Elizabeth Diana, with her middle name honoring William's late mother, Diana, who passed away in 1997. Charlotte's title is Her Royal Highness Princess Charlotte of Cambridge. Her first royal tour was in September 2016, when she traveled to Canada with her brother George. Last year, Kate revealed that Charlotte loves dancing, especially ballet and tap, and enjoys playing football and rugby, which Kate noted is great to see, especially for girls in these sports. On April 23, 2018, Prince Louis Arthur Charles was born, becoming fourth in line to the throne. Known for his lively personality, Louis is His Royal Highness Prince Louis of Cambridge. He gained attention for his antics, like trying to blow out a candle at a Christmas ceremony in Westminster Abbey in December 2023. At his grandfather's coronation in May last year, Louis made faces and smiled at the crowd. He also had a fun photo shoot with Kate for his 5th birthday. In July 2024, Louis and Charlotte wore matching England jerseys during a UEFA European Football Championship game between England and Spain in Berlin. Prince William and Kate Middleton's parenting style. Prince William and Kate Middleton have always made their 3 children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, their top priority, and they've surprised everyone with a big decision about their future. Despite their royal roles and the responsibilities that come with being the future king and queen, they remain hands-on parents, even doing the school run themselves instead of relying on staff. Their commitment to family life is well known, but in 2022, they made a surprising move when they left their London home at Kensington Palace and relocated to Adelaide Cottage in Windsor.
Adelaide Cottage, where the family was sleeping at the time of the incident. Thankfully, the intruders didn't seem to have anything more nefarious.
This change was partly motivated by their desire to be closer to the late Queen Elizabeth and to give their children a more private and normal life. Adelaide Cottage offers more space and privacy, allowing the kids to grow up without being constantly in the public eye. The 4-bedroom home doesn't have live-in staff, meaning the family has the entire house to themselves, with some staff coming in during the day to assist when needed. Isn't it amazing how they balance royal life with their family's privacy? Pretty incredible, right? Royal expert Duncan Larkham explained that the move to Windsor surprised many people because there were plenty of other places they could have gone, but Adelaide Cottage perfectly aligns with their wish to lead a more normal life without the distractions of royal staff and large palaces. William, in particular, prefers to have his children close by, with their rooms just next to his. Another expert, Katie Nichol, shared that the family is very happy living in Windsor Home Park, where they can enjoy complete privacy. Even though the cottage isn't huge, it ticks all the boxes for the Wales family. Adelaide Cottage was originally built for Queen Adelaide in 1831 and was also a favorite spot for Queen Victoria to enjoy her tea. While the family enjoys the quiet countryside life, they still keep their flat at Kensington Palace and frequently visit their Norfolk residence, Anmer Hall, during school breaks. Recently, the Prince and Princess of Wales kicked off their Christmas celebrations with their 3 children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, after their school closed for the festive season. The family is believed to have headed straight to their beautiful 10-bedroom Georgian home, Anmer Hall, on the Sandringham estate in Norfolk. It's a cherished retreat for the Wales family, providing the perfect setting to relax before joining the wider royal family for the rest of the holiday celebrations. This year, Christmas holds extra significance for Kate.
Christmas Princess Catherine made a surprise appearance on TV this week, narrating a promo video for her upcoming Together at Christmas program.
Following the health challenges she's faced in what her husband, Prince William, recently called a brutal year. Prince William and Kate, both 42, are expected to celebrate Christmas at Sandringham with King Charles and Queen Camilla at the monarch's beloved Norfolk home, where the royal family traditionally marks the occasion. As usual, the family will gather at Sandringham House on Christmas Day, where King Charles will host the festive celebrations. The event follows shortly after Prince William and their children supported Kate at her Together at Christmas carol service at Westminster Abbey. The kids looked happy as they joined other royal family members for the special evening, the Together. At Christmas event, led by Kate, honors local heroes and those who make a positive impact in their communities. It also marks Kate's gradual return to public duties after completing chemotherapy treatment in the summer. Earlier this week, Prince William attended a festive event in Wiltshire for the families of the 1st Battalion Mercian Regiment in his role as Colonel-in-Chief. During the event, he chatted with soldiers and their families and shared some details about their Christmas plans. William mentioned that he'd be enjoying walks with his dogs at Sandringham and revealed that 45 people would be under one roof for Christmas. He didn't specify if this was just for Christmas Day or the whole holiday period, but joked that they must need a very long table. Who was then a guard officer. The two soon got married, and their marriage was seen as appropriate within their social circle and status. When Prince Charles heard about the marriage between Camilla and Andrew, he felt betrayed and was deeply affected by it. Reports even say that the pair's wedding announcement was done without their consent. The parents of both Andrew and Camilla had sent out the announcement to the Times newspaper, which then forced Andrew to immediately propose to Camilla. Their marriage took place on the 4th of July, 1973, in a Roman Catholic ceremony at the Guards Chapel, Wellington Barracks, in London. The wedding was a grand one, and even considered Society Wedding of the Year. It had an attendance of over 800 guests, and was remembered by all. On the other hand, Charles was still affected by this marriage, but still, he kept tabs on Camilla, and still maintained their friendship with both Camilla and Andrew. At one point, he even became a godfather to a child of theirs, Tom. It seems bizarre that Charles and Camilla were still in close contact even after she got married, and we agree it was. It even caused some sort of rumors to spread among the public, as most of them guessed that Camilla was still secretly in a relationship with Charles after her marriage. However, that wasn't the case. To us, Camilla had moved on from the fact that Charles and she were no longer a couple and focused her attention on building a family with Andrew. The pair went on and had 2 children, Tom and Laura. Seeing this, Charles was under immense pressure to find a suitable bride. He was often reminded by his peers and family on the note to settle down as soon as possible and just move on from what had happened between him and Camilla.
He knew it was going to happen, but he just didn't want to be part of it. So he just stayed well out of the way, and I think he was very, very sad about it. But
it was hard, but soon, Charles agreed. Prince Charles' love story. When Charles noticed the truth from his peers and family concerning him finding a suitable wife, he finally moved on. It was a hard decision, but Prince Charles realized there was no undoing what had been done. So, he began another relationship with Lady Diana Spencer in 1980. It didn't take long before the news spread, and soon it was everywhere that Prince Charles and Lady Diana were in a serious relationship.
Joining me now in the studio is Andrew Morton, the author of Diana, Her True Story, which brought to the public's attention the state of the royal marriage.
The news soon got to Camilla, and she had a reaction no one was expecting. The media and public thought to themselves that Camilla would have this bit of jealousy or hate upon hearing the news that Prince Charles and Diana were now together. However, she did something different that even surprised Prince Charles himself, and even some members of the royal family. Camilla reportedly approved of the match between the two, saying she sees Diana as someone young, malleable, and pure, fit for Charles. Camilla also said she sees Lady Diana as someone who wouldn't threaten her relationship with Charles. This statement was viewed by the public as perhaps a manipulation by Camilla, putting Lady Diana in a tight spot. There is no doubt that Lady Diana might not have knowledge of Charles's affair with Camilla, and it's quite possible she wouldn't be comfortable in her marriage with the thought of them both still in contact. But, in contrast to Camilla's statement of Lady Diana, she might now be forced to act by it, trying to ascertain the picture Camilla had painted of her to be true. The prince and Diana got married in 1981. It was a huge wedding both in person and on television, with over 750 million audience watching live. Stunning, right? Well, it was expected, knowing the backstory between these two public figures. The marriage of Charles and Diana, later the Prince and Princess of Wales, took place on 29th of July 1981, marking a high point in the popularity of the royal family. It was seen by a global television audience of 750 million. In Britain, where a public holiday had been declared, 28 million watched on BBC and ITV, with the majority of viewers on the BBC, while 600,000 lined the streets of London as they cheered and waited for Prince Charles and Lady Diana. Another reason the attendance was so high was due to rumors that Camilla might be in attendance for the wedding. So, viewers were hooked and wanted to watch every moment of the wedding for the possibility that they might see something glaring from either one of the three, most especially Camilla. Fortunately, that didn't happen, as Camilla displayed genuine joy and happiness throughout the event, until it ended. It seemed like Prince Charles, Camilla, and Lady Diana had all gone about their separate lives and moved forward. Well, if that was the case, it would have made this video a whole better, and perhaps end on a joyous note, rather than the shocking revelation that would be coming later on. Despite Prince Charles's marriage to Diana, he was rumored to still have frequent contact with Diana, and that is where it all went south from there. Charles's frequent communication with Camilla only made matters worse, and hence the emotional connection with Camilla we thought to have gone down the drain only rekindled. It didn't take time before the two started seeing again, in private. This was starting to affect Charles and Diana's marriage. Although there weren't any official reports, it is believed that Charles and Camilla rekindled their affair in the mid-1980s. This period proved challenging for them both, but most especially, it affected Camilla the most. Her attention, genuine love for her husband, and family were becoming unstable as she tried balancing her emotions with Prince Charles, alongside family responsibilities, all while maintaining a secret communication and planned meet-up with Prince Charles. It was even rumored that Camilla had wanted to take things back to how they were before Charles's marriage, but one way or the other, she kept finding herself in the one spot that could ruin her the most. As for Prince Charles, well, he was able to juggle the complications with Diana and his own family. Now this is where things got messy for these two. In 1982, Charles and Diana had a child, Prince Williams, and 2 years later they had another, Prince Harry. The birth of these children brought about joy and complexity to Charles and Camilla's extramarital relationship. Camilla did the unexpected when Charles and Diana had a baby. She had their affair out on pause, and this totally shocked Charles. Her reasons revolved around Charles' children, William and Harry. Camilla thought of the impact that her affair with Charles could have on his kids, knowing it might be possible that they get divided attention for him, and although she loved him and loved what they had, she felt it was better to remain at the background since Williams and Harry were very much young and would need all the love and attention they could get from both of their parents equally. Prince Charles' marriage crisis. It didn't take long for Charles and Lady Diana's marriage to start having complications. There were several reasons for it, a major one being the affairs of Charles and Camilla. Yes, Diana got to find out about the pair's secret affairs, and it was in the year 1989 that Diana would publicly address Camilla herself. Wait until you hear what happens. But before that, let's look at the struggles of Charles's marriage and its aftermath. In the early 1980s, it was clear that Charles and Diana might go their separate ways. It was visibly deteriorating, even in public. The pair couldn't hold it in any longer. The bond, unison, was falling off. The public was furious at the sight of this and laid all the blame on Camilla, saying she had a vital role as to why Diana's marriage was starting to fall off. It got worse from here in 1992. The publication of Andrew Morton's book was what set everything ablaze. Andrew released a book about Lady Diana titled Diana, Her True Story. The book was thought to be solely about Diana and perhaps a glimpse of her family, but it had a context that sparked visible concerns within the public. Andrew's book openly discussed Charles and Camilla's secret affairs, thus adding to the already growing tension between Charles and Diana. Even though it wasn't confirmed if the context in Andrew's book was true, the public already chose to believe all of it. As if that wasn't enough, the following year, something truly unexpected would happen, making matters worse. It is known that Charles and Camilla were always talking and meeting in secret. What if we told you that? The cat got out of the bag. The year after Andrew's book was released was when the infamous scandal between Prince Charles and Camilla broke with the leak of an intimate phone conversation between the two. This was the public confirmation of their relationship, and it went chaotic from here, with Camilla getting the most out of it. Diana was loved by all. She was in fact what Camilla had described her to be right before she got married to Charles. And the public? Well, they were her backbone. They knew the relationship Charles had with Camilla was affecting her, and they could see it in her body language whenever she was out with Charles. So, when the phone conversation was leaked, it riled up the public, and they unleashed a torrent of negativity and public hostility towards Camilla. She was hated by all. Then, to top it all off, Lady Diana had a confrontation with Camilla in person, and although it didn't get ugly or chaos broke out, it was quite embarrassing. Princess Diana confronted Camilla about the affair at a birthday party, in what she called one of her bravest moments. "I said, I know what's going on between you and Charles, and I just want you to know that," Princess Diana told Andrew. She said to me, "You've got everything you ever wanted. All the men in the world fall in love with you, and you've got 2 beautiful children. What more do you want?" So I said, "I want my husband." This statement sent shivers down Camilla's spine, that throughout the party she was feeling uneased and tensed until eventually she left. Throughout these challenging times, Camilla did nothing to draw the public attention to her, knowing very well that anything she did, or statement she might come out to make, would do more harm than good. Her primary concern was all about William, who was old enough to understand the situation, so she avoided causing him any more pain. That was before Williams made his decision on the Queen, thereby making it shocking as he revealed his decision. We'd get there soon. Stay put. Prince Williams. Shocking decision on Queen Camilla. Charles and Diana's marriage eventually came to an end in 1994. While some of the public were hurt just as much as Diana was, others were happy as they claimed Diana was maltreated all through her marriage and wasn't loved properly. The pain only got worse when Diana died in a car accident, just a year after her divorce. This news caused sadness to her lovers all over the world. As for Charles and Camilla, they would go on to marry, but they did thread about their relationship carefully, mindful of the public still sensitive to Diana's passing. Gradually, Charles involved his sons with Camilla. Although it was a difficult process, Charles was finally able to succeed, and then slowly Charles and Camilla appeared out in public frequently. It took quite a while before the public accepted her, and they faced serious criticism every time. In 2005, King Charles brought on Annabelle Elliott as the chief designer for his estates. She was a brilliant and creative interior and exterior designer, but there is more as to why she got hired by King Charles. And no, it is not what you're thinking. The two didn't have a secret affair. But we like it as you're making guesses. It shows you're following. Let's continue, shall we? Annabelle's services in Cornwall, Wales, and Scilly were funded through the Duchy of Cornwall, an estate that was designed to generate income for the heir to the British throne, which is King Charles, and then Prince Williams. This is where things get tense. Annabelle, who Charles had just hired to be the chief designer for his estate, is Queen Camilla's younger sister. During her tenure, reports said Annabelle was overpaid for her services, which isn't a surprise. The annual reports leading up to September 2022 say she was paid over $25,000 for fees and commission. Then she was paid over $15,000 for purchases of furniture and retail stock for the Duchess's properties. This arrangement became a routine between King Charles and Annabelle until Charles ascended to the throne, thereby making Prince William take over Duchy as the new Duke of Cornwall. This is when Prince Williams made his decision, which shocked Queen Camilla. A year later, at exactly the month of June, Prince Williams made the shocking decision not to rehire Annabelle as the chief designer for the estate. According to sources from within the royal family, Prince Williams didn't relieve Annabelle of duty due to her lack of incompetence. It was for a different reason. Prince Williams made that decision solely because he thought her contribution to the estates was complete. Hence, her services were no longer needed. Since the staff at the Duché had learned from her, it was only right to let her go. Williams didn't stop there. He made sure that no further payments were made to Annabelle, making his stance with her crystal clear. This decision is noteworthy to us. Perhaps it could be because of Annabelle's long-term association with the royal family, and due to the close bond she shared with her sister, Queen Camilla. The two have been inseparable since birth, and when Charles married Camilla, bringing her into the royal family, her sister was automatically included. The two were seen in public frequently, and perhaps Prince William saw this and felt hurt knowing all these were happening due to his mother's absence. Hence, his decision to try and cut her off from the royal family with ease. This decision had just proved that Prince William is looking to at least avenge his late mom's maltreatment when she was alive. He is also proving to be a lot different from King Charles, as his father's approach to managing who is more reliant and inclined on family connections. Well, it seems as if that tenure would be over anytime soon, as William is looking to take the bull by the horns. It can't be hidden that Prince William totally despises Camilla, let alone her family, as he has shown he is not open to having any sort of relationship between them and himself. Prince William also brought a new approach in terms of finance in contrast to what his father used to. This time he has chosen to be more discreet about the funds spent in the estate, which seems to be a better option. Either way, Prince William's decision not to hire Annabelle marks a significant change to the routine started by his father. At this pace, we know for sure that his reign as king would be different, and we can only imagine what will be his decision on Camilla. So, tell us what you think about Prince William's approach. Let us know in the comments section. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more content.